Good morning, everybody, and welcome into Undisputed. We have some fantastic NBA playoff action to get to. I'm Jen Hale alongside Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp. Good morning, gentlemen.
When I say Greek, you say free. Greek, free.
Stop it.
You know it.
That was all about what Boston did.
That got nothing to do with me.
Wait a second. The game of the night was the smug, condescending, front-running Warriors getting front-run over. The death lineup got murdered last night in Memphis.
Okay, that's
right?
You see that energy that you got?
Yeah, I got lots of it.
I'm going to need that on Friday.
Okay.
Hold on when they play again.
Well,
Friday?
We'll be off
I'll see you
Saturday.
Monday.
Yeah, well, I'll be here.
I'll see you
Thank
Monday.
you.
Have that same energy now when you come in on Monday.
Yeah.
You're going to be really sad. Both of your teams will be gone.
No one missed the fourth quarter of last night's game. It was phenomenal. Giannis and Drew Holiday on both sides of the ball. With just a few seconds left to go in the game, Drew Holiday comes up big defensively. He steals the ball from Celtics guard Marcus Smart. He steals the road victory for the Bucks in TD Garden. Now on the offensive side, Giannis led the team with a 40-point performance, quite an efficient one too. Now the Bucks head back to Milwaukee to potentially close out this series Friday night at 6. Now, interestingly, no one has won 2 in a row in this series. Shannon, who do you think is most responsible for the Bucks' win last night?
The same person that everybody think. Giannis Antetokounmpo.
That's not what everybody
40 points.
Yeah, let's go on the streets of Boston last night. Let's go ask all those Celtics Nation fans.
Jen, when did my name become Skip Sharp?
Well, you said everybody thinks.
Everybody knows who it was.
Speaking for the world?
Skip, Giannis is leaving no doubt in anyone's mind that he's the best player in the NBA. And if you look at it, Skip, he was 40 points, 11 rebounds in 40 minutes on 16 of 27. Now, the other couple of days, you were talking, Giannis is shooting 11 of 31. Is that efficient? Was that efficient last night? I thought it was.
Is it my turn to answer?
Now, hold on. I'm just trying to figure out how can he not be the best player when he's doing something the best players couldn't do? Win a game. The best player in the NBA couldn't win a game, supposedly, by your logic. Skip, he was sensational. Like I said, 16 of 27, hit a big three with a minute 40 left in the ball game to pull it within 3. Obviously, Holiday came down, hit a three-point shot to tie it up, and then he got the big block on Al Horford. He's doing it on both ends of the court. And he took a guy caught in friendly fire with Cottington caught him with an elbow in the corner of his eye, and he's bleeding. That's an iconic moment, Skip. You know, you got the flu game, and now you got the blood game. Whoo! The last time I saw a performance like this on the road, last time someone had a 40-point, double-digit rebound game in a win in Boston, you know who it was. It might have been his greatest game. It was Goat James, 45 and 15 in a game 6. Giannis just went 40 and 11 in a game 5, and he's leaving no doubt. He's doing it. He's attacking. He said, I don't care if you build a wall. I'll either go through it or I'll go over it. Hence, I think he has like 17 or 18 off his charging fouls this year in the playoffs, which is by far the most of anybody. But that's what he does, Skip. He's not going to be deterred. And I said it, I need him. Thank you, Budenholzer. Thank you, Coach Bud, for listening to your boy. I think you need to give BP some minutes, Skip. And BP came up big for him. He needed the minutes that they was giving Brook Lopez. BP needed those minutes.
You mean BP, look what I found, BP? That guy? Look what I found.
Skip.
I found the go-ahead basket right in my bread basket.
So what am I supposed to do about these 14 points, 15 rebounds? He had 15 rebounds, 7 of them on the offensive end. And they pounded the Celtics on the glass. Give them credit. And I don't want to be dismissive of Holiday because I said Giannis is going to need someone to come along with him. Although Holiday wasn't terribly efficient last night, 9 of 24, he made some timely shots. A big-time block, a big-time steal, but he made some clutch buckets down the stretch. And that's what you need. Your superstar has to be a superstar, but he's going to need a couple of other guys to come with him when you're playing a team like the Boston Celtics because they got an outstanding performance from Jason Tatum. Jaylen Brown went bonkers in the third quarter. Smart played really well up until the fourth quarter.
Oh, really? You noticed?
Yeah. Marcus Smart played really well. Skip, I did watch the game.
Oh, interesting.
But there leave no doubt. In the last 4 years, the best player in the NBA has 2 MVPs, a Defensive Player of the Year, a Finals MVP, and an All-Star Game MVP.
Really?
Never in the history of the game has a guy had that on his resume in a 4-year stretch and not been considered the best player in the NBA. He left no doubt last night.
Really?
He'll leave no doubt in this series.
Left no doubt?
Left no doubt.
Well, maybe you dozed off with 14.2 seconds left. What happened to his second free throw?
He missed it.
Oh, he missed it. He's the best player on the planet. He missed the clutch, the ultimate clutch free throw.
I saw a guy named Kevin Durant miss the clutch.
No.
Okay, then, thank you.
When I know I got Shannon Sharp on the run, running scared, he's got to change the subject and bring up Kevin Durant or Michael Jordan or Tom Brady or somebody besides the person at hand who is the overrated best player on the planet.
But see, this is when I know I got you on the run. When you nitpick, you talk about a free throw, you talk about a turnover. 40 and 11.
The free throw.
So let me ask you a question. If he hits that free throw, he ties the game. He misses it, Bobby Porter grabs it. Now they're up by 1.
Yeah, well, it would have gone the other direction.
I don't know what it would have happened. I know what did happen.
You would have been done. You should have been done because you were done this whole game. And the Boston Celtics spit it up and gave it right back to you. It was the all-time Christmas bouquet wrapped up and said, here, you guys take this from us. We've got you on the run because we got you dead to rights. You even said yesterday that you had pretty much given up on Milwaukee, but you're going to stick with your pick just because I picked them before it started and I'm going to stick with them. But you said, I don't like my pick. That was you yesterday.
And hold on, I picked Boston. I said Boston would win, they would win, and I said Milwaukee was going to win this in 7. I'm going to ride with them. And he also did that without Chris Middleton. Go ahead.
Okay, now let's go back to your man, Giannis, who did miss the free throw of the game last night. But I'm going to give him this. Late in the third quarter, I thought he made what actually stood up as the shot of the game, the most important shot of the game. It's late in the third quarter. If we could see this, it's 34 seconds left. And he makes an improbable 3 to cut it to 9. And it felt important to me because it felt like a do-or-die 3 to just get them sort of back afloat and cut it down under 10, where you could say, well, we cut it under double digits. Maybe we got a shot in the fourth quarter.
Right.
And yet, would you believe that your best player on the planet at that moment, when he rose and fired, he was in this series 2 of 19 from 3. That is 11% for the quote-unquote best player on the planet, says the Hall of Famer Shannon Sharp. Baloney! Baloney! 2 of 19? Are you kidding me?
But what's the average?
19, and he rose up and shot it, and it was a look what I found, but it turned out to be a huge psychological boost for that team because all of a sudden it came out in the fourth quarter like, wait a second, maybe we got this. And I'm going to give you one more before I launch on the Boston Celtics because he came down and made yet another improbable 3 to cancel out the Al Horford put-back slam that I thought had regained and re-seized the momentum in the game. And Giannis came right back down, and it's another no. Yes. No. Yes. No. Yes.
Break him, Greek freak.
He was 2 of 19 late in the third quarter. Was unbelievable. This guy's saying he's the best player on the planet. 2 of 19.
He is.
Okay, now let's go to what didn't happen with the Boston Celtics. I just need to drive this point home. The Boston Celtics, who I thought had found themselves late in game, 4 back in Milwaukee when they just took the game over. And by the way, they combined won the fourth quarters of the 2 games in Milwaukee, 77-51, because Giannis is not the best player on the planet. He is not a closer. They don't have their closer, Chris Middleton, though last night Drew Holiday said, I'll do this. I'll close for you. And it was closing by Drew Holiday.
But here's the thing, though, Skip. In order for you to close, somebody has to open the store. Who opened the store? Who kept the store open?
Best players on the planet don't open. They close.
Oh, it's always something.
So I'm going to drive this point home for those who might have missed the game. Would you believe the Boston Celtics, in command, they were up 14 with 10:16 left last night in the fourth quarter. They were up 14 points at home. The Boston freaking Celtics. Somewhere Larry Bird was saying, I think we got this one right. And then a couple of minutes later, Larry Bird is shaking his head saying, I'm going to disown these guys because they don't deserve to be wearing green, because then they were up 11 with 8:15 left. They were up 6 with 2:12 left. And you know the rest of the story.
I sure do.
It was a disaster. This game was all about what Boston didn't do, not what the best player on the planet did do. Because in the end, somebody has to just say no. And it wasn't Jason Tatum. Listen, every time I want to anoint him, every time I want to say, not that he's the best player on the planet, but that he's arrived as a superstar, he will not let me. And I don't think he'll let Celtics Nation, because now I'm looking at his numbers for this game, and I mean for the series, and he's averaging 25, 6, and 5, fine. But he's shooting now 39% from the floor. He's shooting 30% from three.
Yeah, he's struggling with the three ball.
30%, and last night he was 2 of 11. But here's the anomaly. Here's the shocker. The most shocking stat of the night was that in the fourth quarter, the Boston Celtics attempted 0 3-point shots. In the era of the three, where everybody on this planet lives and dies by the 3-point shot, the visiting team, the Bucks, they lived by it because they took 6 and made all 6. And that tied the all-time fourth quarter playoff record, the best in the last 25 years.
Right.
And that harked back to, game 1 of 2014. I was there in San Antonio. The air conditioning went out in the fourth quarter. And LeBron James, he cramped. Do you remember the cramp game?
Yeah.
He was the only player on the floor who cramped. I don't know, maybe he just didn't